Welcome to the Adventurous Marriage Podcast,
where our goal is to help you embrace marriage as an adventure
and learn how to thrive as a couple. All right, hey, welcome back to the Adventurous Marriage Podcast. This is Alan and Carol, and we're excited to come back today with another episode 5,
Yay!
By the way. So we're doing good. It's been hard to get another podcast recorded, but we're doing it today. We're making it happen. We finally got the house to ourselves.
Yes.
So we got our studio space set up again, and we're going to go for it. So,
I heard a statistic the other day that said if you make it, most podcasts fail before they get to the 10th podcast. Okay. So I heard that if you get 10 or more, you have a really high chance of succeeding in the podcast world. So we're going for it. We're halfway there.
Yeah. Hopefully way more than that, but
we got this.
We're gonna shoot for it. So, but we're excited to come to you today. We're doing well. We are actually next week. We are going to be celebrating our 30th wedding anniversary.
Yay!
And we are so excited. We've got a little trip planned up to the mountains, and so we're going to have some fun.
Yeah, this may come out after our trip. I'm not sure.
So,
depends on if we get time to get it out there. But either way, so we may have already celebrated our 30th, but either way, we are really excited and counting down. So
yeah, it's going to get some time away.
That's right.
And just to celebrate 30 years with this beautiful lady. So.
Don't start making me cry.
Sorry. All right, so we have a topic to talk with you guys today about, and it's basically like, should you agree to disagree, right? So a lot of, we tend to focus on what we disagree about in marriage, right? And that can cause issues if that's your only focus. So we're gonna hopefully help you guys shift that a little bit today, and to see things from focus on what more do you agree on than disagree on.
That's right. That's a good start. There kind of is a lot of topics about, you think about, even if you have a common enemy and you can agree on a common enemy, that can unite people in a way that you never really thought. Like if you're not getting along with a friend or a loved one or something, but you can both agree that you're mad at this person, there you go. You got some kind of commonality, which is probably not the best way to find a commonality, but anyhow, the idea here is to be thinking about the things that you can agree on rather than the things you disagree on. So, but we know that you disagree on things in marriage, and you have to work those out. You can't just ignore those things, sweep them under the rug, because small problems become bigger problems when you don't deal with them, right?
That's right.
I mean, not that we know from experience, but
no.
But
we've always squelched all our issues right away and never let them fester, right?
Never. Yeah. Hopefully it's not lightning outside.
We got past the storms today.
Right. But there's so many opportunities to find commonalities and find agreement in your marriage rather than focusing on all of the things that you disagree on. So Alan and I, we have a lot in common, but early on when we were dating and just getting to know each other, probably people wouldn't have put us together. They probably wouldn't have matched us up because Alan is 6'3" and I'm 5'2", or was. I think I might be 1. I'm shrinking, but whatever. It all works. And you love cars and bass and stereos, and bass stresses me out pretty bad. Like it can be pretty rough for me to listen to.
My car in high school had a lot of
bass. And I was like, oh, the booming is killing my head. So there's a lot. I don't know that people would have necessarily matched us up, but we found some things we could agree on pretty quickly, and we both agreed that we thought each other were very attractive, and we both loved the beach, and there were some things we agreed on, and found out that the things you have in common, if you can focus on those rather than focusing on the things that are so different and frustrating, you can make some headway in your marriage.
Yeah.
So
some of the things we have in common today, like we actually both love. I would say we love country music. We don't love the modern country music.
No. We like the old stuff.
New stuff is just, I don't know. It's not good to me.
Okay, but define old, because
So I'm talking about like I love like 80s and 90s country love ballads and stuff like that. You know, like some Randy Travis, Alan Jackson, Vince Gill. You know, those type of things. And we put that stuff on and we will dance.
That's right.
And we'll sing to each other in the car and I don't know. It's just something we love.
Yes. And we also, like, one of our differences that did easily divide us at times raising kids was I parent from an emotional standpoint. I'm really like emotional with the kids, and I want to make sure that they're happy and that they're not hurting. And Alan parents from a logical standpoint. So sometimes those things would rub up against each other and cause lots of friction, and we had to learn how to A, discuss it, but B, find out what do we have in common, what can we agree on. We can both agree on that we love our children. We want to raise them up in the Lord. We want them to be well-rounded adults. We want them to have a good marriage. So we started kind of like thinking about what do we agree on versus what do we disagree on, and how can we, in those things that we do agree on, how can we make some headway into the areas that we disagree on and find some commonalities in that.
That's right.
So
just a few more things that we feel like we agree on. We both love living in the country.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I don't think we could survive in the city. I really don't.
Probably not.
I'm sure some of you folks love it, and y'all are like, hey, the city downtown apartment life is for me.
Yeah.
Shoot me.
We
I'm
wouldn't
sorry.
survive it.
We've got some land. We can't even see our neighbors.
Right.
We prefer it that way.
We love our neighbors, but it's nice to not see them.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. This is just who we are. So,
we do. We love living in the country. Yeah.
And one thing we love to do is we love adventuring together. That's why this is the Adventurous Marriage Podcast. So we love finding new adventures. We're going to do actually a podcast on that, just that one topic here soon, because it's important. But we love that. That's just something we love to do, is just find new adventures. We're always looking for the next adventure. Like even our trip next week, we're going somewhere we haven't stayed before, and we're going to try some new hikes we haven't done before, and some new other new adventures and getaways and things.
Yeah, but even in that, we have some differences. So if we're talking about cars here, we have to bring this in because Alan is a huge car guy. And part of our adventure is Maverick the Marriage Mini. If you haven't met Mav, go on our Instagram page and check out Mav because he's pretty awesome. But we love Maverick the Marriage Mini. But Alan would drive Maverick one way, and I'd prefer to drive Maverick a different way.
Yeah, Carol's all about, if we're in the mountains, she's like, hey, let's drive around, look at the scenery.
Yeah.
And my thoughts are, let's hit the curviest road possible and drive it as fast
as we can.
If the tires are squealing a bit, perfect. That's
mercy, y'all pray for me. I do like that. I do like that adventure, though. I do like going fast on mountain roads. Just when I feel out of control, it's scary.
Yeah.
However, Alan has gotten really good at doing it in a way that makes me feel safe and kind of letting me know, hey, there's a curve coming up and I'm going to take it kind of fast. Hang on tight.
Yeah.
It works for me. So I like the morning.
I don't want her to be scared. So.
Yeah, no, he is good at listening to me. But even in that, so on our adventures, we do things a little bit differently. Yeah. Sometimes my idea of adventure is like getting on a train and riding on a train and seeing the scenery and, having a nice little meal on the train, a little more bougie and fun. But Alan's is like, let's go on a 12-hour hike and not know where we're going and get lost in the woods and not know if we're going to make it back by before dawn or before.
No, I love that. I love getting out I tell you what, when I'm in the mountains on a trail deep in the woods, I feel the most alive.
Yeah.
I mean, I really do. And so that is something I will push to do, and I will push myself. I don't care if I'm tired. I'll keep going. That's not Carol. She loves it. She loves
I enjoy hiking.
And she loves the views we get to see and all that stuff, but it's just not her. I don't know. I wouldn't say it's not your passion necessarily. It's just not something you're.
I don't have Indian blood in my veins. Let's just say it that way. Alan has Indian blood in his veins, and man, he hikes like an Indian. He is gone, and I'm just like, worn out. However, I will say, even though we have those differences, the commonalities that we have found is I do like hiking. I do enjoy it, just sometimes at a different pace.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have to slow down a little bit, and he is so great at waiting up for me. He is not like frustrated or impatient with me. If you were, it'd make it really difficult for me to enjoy it.
I like coming behind you and just giving you my hand on your small of your back and
supporting me
a little bit. Yeah. Get you up the hill and
that's right.
You know.
Yeah. He has definitely had to push me up Yosemite a few times. When I'm like, I'm dying, I can't go another step, and he will literally, like you said, put his hand on the small of my back and just support me. And I'm like, okay, I think I can go a little further. So we find ways to make that work for us. And I joke about him, pushing us 12 miles, but we have done some crazy adventures together, stuff that I thought I would not survive, but it was amazing. On the other side of it, I was like, man, like I'm pretty proud of myself. I hung in there for that, and that was fun. So so we have to find the commonalities, even in the things we do enjoy doing together. We have to find some commonalities in that and make it work for us, instead of being frustrated by our differences, which could easily happen if we let it. Yeah,
and if you said, I don't like hiking at all. I don't want to ever do that. That would be hard.
Yeah.
Now,
you'd be sad.
I would be sad for sure, but I would be okay with it, because I know that I wouldn't want to push you into something you're just you hate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I don't know.
Yeah, that would be a bummer for you, though. If I just said, no, I'm never going to hike because I don't like it.
But that is one of the things that we have found that we actually do both enjoy together. We just have different levels of how far we'd push each other.
Right, exactly.
Or push ourselves anyway.
Exactly. And I was thinking too, another thing is like, for, this is a silly little thing, but one of our differences is I like my coffee a little sugary. I'm learning to get less sugar in my coffee, but sometimes I like me a good old, sugary vanilla latte or something. And Alan is more of a purist in the way he eats and the way he drinks his coffee.
I will say it's not that I don't enjoy a sugary drink of coffee.
Yeah.
It's just that my body doesn't enjoy the sugar drink of coffee.
Exactly. But
it tastes good, but
what's your favorite kind of coffee?
Oh, just give me right now. Especially at our local coffee shop called Cow House.
Amazing.
They've got an Americano that I always order, a large Americano with steamed heavy whipping cream and honey.
Yep.
I get it every time. And it is fantastic. Like it is, I love it. I haven't found any other coffee shop that does it the way they do. I mean, we've traveled and we try coffee shops everywhere we go. And we're always like, nope, it's not Cow House.
Yeah.
I mean, we have not found one yet, honestly.
If you guys have a coffee shop that you love on your travels in your area, let us know. We want to hear about it, because we will literally plan a trip around a coffee shop.
I'd say the second best one is up in Murphy.
Yes.
Was it the Rare Bird Emporium?
The Rare Bird Emporium in Murphy, North Carolina.
That was good.
It's amazing.
So if you guys know of any other in like Western North Carolina, Southeastern Tennessee, let us know. Maybe we'll hit it this weekend.
Yes,
or next week.
Definitely. But even that, like, the commonality is we both love coffee.
Yeah.
I like mine different than he likes his. And, that may seem like a silly thing, but it's these little things these little differences that if you start focusing on, I can't believe you drink your coffee that way. That is so boring, or if he focused on me and said, that sugar's not good for you. I can't believe you drink it like that. You should drink it with no sugar. You should drink it like I drink it. Yeah. That would be a little bit frustrating for me. Now you want me to be healthy. There's that. But at the same time, he's not, judging my coffee preference.
That's right. At least not out loud.
Oh, but you get the idea. There are things that we like differently, but we try to find like the common ground, basically.
Even the beach thing you talked about. Let's love to go on the beach. Well, we do have differences on the beach. Like, Carol can go. She can sit on the beach and read a book.
Yes,
be perfectly fine sitting in a chair or sitting in the sand
for hours. I love it.
Not me. I'll sit there for a little bit because I do enjoy her company, but I'm like, all right, I got to do something now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go surf, or I'm going to, if our son's there, we're going to build our son will build a massive sandcastle.
He's awesome.
That we'll dig.
He's artistic like you.
Actually, even our daughters would hope did that for sure. But I'm going to do something. I can't just sit there. You know, if we have frisbee, we'll do that, or you know, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's
you like to move. You
I
have
like
a
to
hard
move.
time sitting still for a long time.
That's even at home, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm not one. I don't even. Some of you guys might be like, "Who are you? What kind of a man are you?" But I don't even sit and watch football. I can't. I'm sorry.
And can I just say how much I appreciate that about you? I am not disappointed at all.
I have a hard time even sitting down watching a movie sometimes. You know, 'cause it's just like
sitting still that long. You're just not wired that way.
No.
Yeah.
I love being busy. So.
Yeah. But we find a way to make that work for us. You know, Alan doesn't just say, I don't like to sit and watch a movie, so we're not watching movies. You know, you're game for hanging out and watching a movie and usually fall asleep. But
hey, I just turned 50 2 weeks ago, right? So I'm getting up there.
A lot has happened since our last podcast. A lot has happened.
I need more rest. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you turned 50.
Yeah, actually, I got my shirt here. It says Legends were born in 1975, right? So
that's right. The best thing that came out of 1975, sitting right next to me. I won the jackpot. Yeah, so basically, kind of one of our main differences, I would say, is our personalities. We're going to have to do a podcast just on personalities alone, but that's one of our main differences. Alan is what we call a beaver. He is very detailed, very structured, very methodical. There's a place for everything and everything in its place. There's a right way to do everything, right? And me, I'm like, there's a place for stuff. I don't know. There's a right way to do stuff. I don't know. You know, I'm a little more haphazard. Now, as I've gotten a little bit older, I do like a little more structure, but
I was going to say, I feel like it's almost switched in some ways over time because, like, on a trip, Carol is more, she likes to have things more planned out, more, you know, we got reservations here, all this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm more like, let's just throw the stuff in the car and drive and see where we end up, you know?
That's a little
where
bit
will
of
we stay tonight? I don't know.
That's the control freak in me. I'm like, where will we stay tonight? We can't just not know. We're taking 3 kids. We got to know where we're staying. And but yeah, I do like to kind of know where we're going, when will we get there, what stops are we making along the way, how long will it take, when are we eating? I need to know that. When are we stopping to go to the bathroom? These are all things that I need to know.
And those are all the things that, no, we're not eating or stopping in the bathroom because it takes we don't get there as fast.
That doesn't go well. Oh, goodness. But we're very, very different. I'm an otter. He's a beaver in our personalities. And that is a huge difference. And when we, several years ago, took a class and learned what our personalities are and learned how to make them work for us instead of against us, that was like marriage transforming, wouldn't you say? Yeah.
Yeah, because it really, once you learn your spouse's personality and you realize we're getting into a whole personality.
I know. I was like, we're going in deep.
I know. But really, you should embrace your differences.
Yeah.
Because God made you a certain way for His purpose, and so your spouse is not going to be just like you. And thank God.
That's right.
Right. So
even if you have the same personality, you have some differences within that personality.
There's nobody exactly the same.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep. So, but that is one of our major differences, and we have really, I feel like, had to work. Since we've learned this about ourselves, we've worked really hard in the last 3 or 4 years to really focus on what we appreciate about each other instead of what irritates us about each other. So that's kind of a big one for us for sure. Probably one of our biggest differences.
Yeah, because once you can let go of a lot of that, man, you just don't have near the conflict.
Right.
Like, and you're not stressed out all the time because you're not focused on it. If you focus on the positive, focus on the blessing that your spouse is to you and the good things they bring to your marriage, and in everything, in parenting and in traveling and all, they have a perspective and that's valuable.
Yeah.
So lean into that with each other. Find what we call in our class, call it the us.
That's right.
Yeah.
And there's a saying that says, whatever you focus on expands.
Yeah.
So in marriage, you have a choice. You can either focus on all the things that your spouse does that drives you crazy, all of your differences, all of the things, like you might say, hey, man, I really thought this was the one for me, but we're so different. We must not be meant to be.
Yeah.
And that is not accurate. That is, don't even go down that road. It's a terrible road to go down. That is actually a lie from the enemy, and it will ruin your marriage. So don't give in to those lies. But rather than doing that, yes, you may be very different. Yes, you like things differently, but you can focus on what are our differences, but let's see if we can focus on what we have in common so we can work on our differences and work on loving each other through our differences rather than just picking each other apart, basically.
So just change your focus. Focus on what you love about your spouse. Focus on the good things that they bring to your marriage, right? And so that's what we, like Carol said, you feed what you focus on. You're right. So keep that in mind.
Yeah. And one, we were thinking like a practical way to do that. We want to give you guys like a practical, homework, if you will. I don't know. But one of the ways to focus on what you have in common rather than what is completely different is be able to kind of create a list of whether it's your personalities or the way you parent the children or an adventure list, like a bucket list of Alan's list, his list, her list. Come up with an our list. And think about things like Alan may have all these things on his adventure list that he would like to do. And I may have some things on mine that I would like to do, like train ride versus hiking, taking a day to hike all day. And, you might look at those two lists and have matches. You might be able to circle your matches and be like, hey, we found a match. Let's do this together. Or you might be able to look at that list and be like, these are very different things, but how can we focus on the common thread in this? How can we make this work for us instead of against us? And like I said, even in parenting, you may make a list of, I parent this way, you parent this way, but what do we agree on? We agree on, we both love the kids, like I mentioned earlier. We both want the kids to be homeschooled, or we both want the kids to go to college, or whatever it is. Think about the things that you agree on and figure out how you can start working in that direction together.
That's right.
So
we hope this inspires you guys to just focus on what you do well together. Right? And so that's just gonna, I don't know, just keep some of the frustrations down, I believe.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, because that's where a lot of that friction can happen, is when you focus on the differences and the frustrations, and you can begin to go, I don't know, just down the wrong thought process in your mind, and then begin to wonder if you should be married, and maybe so and so would have been better for you instead of your spouse, and all that.
Yeah, don't believe that.
Yeah. So, but.
And I would say too, try to remember back to what attracted you to your spouse. Because none of us got married just like, he'll do. It's like, no, you were like, you're the one I want. I love everything about you, and so you decide to get married. So look back to that. Try to remember those days when you're in the muck of marriage down the road, and you're getting frustrated with each other. Look back and say, what was it I loved about my spouse? And then try to still see that in them. They are, yes, we do change over time. We which is a very good thing. We're actually all supposed to grow and mature, and we're going to change a little bit over time, but you're still the same person.
That's right.
So look back to those fun things that you loved about your spouse, and go look for them.
Yeah. I mean, even if your spouse, like, gains weight or they change the way they look. Like for Alan, of course he is in amazing shape and always is handsome. But for me, it's his eyes. Like his eyes literally, that's what drew me in. Like sitting across the youth group table from him back in, oh gosh, what year was it? 1991? Yeah, I think it was 91. And looking in your eyes, I was like, oh, those are just the most peaceful eyes I've ever seen in all my life. Still the same eyes. I mean, still the same peaceful, amazing, beautiful eyes. So, like Alan said, you can just focus on the things that you love about your spouse, the things that, you fell in love with. They're still there.
Yeah.
There might be a whole bunch of junk on top of it that you have to work through, but those things are still there. So focus on that.
Yeah. Well, your eyes get me in trouble still. So.
We got to go.
Yeah. All right. So thank you guys for listening. To episode 5. We hope this was helpful to you guys. I hope it would just encourage you guys to lean into each other.
That's right.
Go find some adventure together. embrace your spouse, embrace the adventure. Marriage should not be boring. Okay,
Right.
so all right. Until next time,
All right.
we're Alan and Carol, and we'll talk to you there.
Embrace the adventure.
Embrace the adventure.
Bye bye.